Too early to worry about points.
You can worry if you want, but that doesn't make too much sense, obviously. But it's fine. It's not that we think, but only 3 games in. I hear that. So if you start worrying because other teams have already 10 points, and they cannot have 9 points, then that's obviously not helpful, because for us it's not. We cannot think. I think this team delivered in the last 4 or 5 years on incredibly high level, like consistently high level. Little drop again, injuries 2 years ago, but apart from that, we're all so often on the winning side. But sometimes people, and I don't speak now about the closer group or the real support, but take things like for granted. So Liverpool is on whatever, Liverpool against whoever. In the end, Liverpool will win. That's not the case. So we have to work incredibly hard for it. So, and that's what we will do. So it's about own expectations from the boys. So how should it look? Should it look easy immediately again, like in moments? But never. If you expect an easy game, it will never happen. If you never expect an easy game, you will have 3 or 4 in your entire career. So, and that's the situation. The boys are not guilty of that, that they expected to slide easily into the season. But it's, of course, too early to close the season, definitely, and say that's it for us and stuff like this. Nobody knows what we can achieve at the end of the season. But between now and then, there are a lot of points to get, and we should start collecting them.
And I know that you will.
Oh, we spoke about pretty much everything, and of course, when I got asked about Millie and Verge, I was the one who didn't see the pictures yet, but obviously everybody else saw it, and I was a pretty emotional player in my times, and I had more often than not with my best friends these kind of conversations on the pitch. There's nothing to clarify really. It's a situation when you're discussing things on the pitch. And especially nowadays, with all the cameras and stuff like this, then it looks a bit much more serious than it is. So that's no problem at all. Apart from that, yeah, of course, we spoke about the game as well. And if there was one thing, I think, so we have 70% percentage. I think we respect the result. That's how it is. They scored 2 goals. They had good chances on top of that. But we had a lot of moments as well, and they blocked them with all they had. So like, I don't know how many blocked shots we had, which would have been on target probably. And we didn't have them, these situations, and that's what we have to involve immediately as well in our game. So that's it. But that's the United game. It's gone. Done and dusted, if you want, and now we have a different game. It's the situation. It's not the situation we wanted to have, but actually I like it as well. It's a challenge. The thing. It's not the start you want, and so you have to fight back. And I'm really happy that we have the opportunity to play at home now twice, especially now on Saturday, and. We understand the situation. I have a sense that our people understand the situation as well, and so I can't wait to create a special atmosphere at Anfield together, team and crowd, to make things happen.
Have you got any? Did you learn anything from when it happened before? I mean,
I could learn. I know it's all good, but I could learn a lot in my life when things didn't go well. So yes, I actually, it's not my favorite situation, but I like it as well. It's a part of the job as well to. So now we have to be careful with the language, but to kind of to regroup. Not that we are not a group, but it's like to find a way, the perfect way together again, to fight the outside world, to fight all the circumstances, not to suffer. Look, the news are not great, so the games are the games, and I think in the past we played much worse games at United, and this day. But the real disappointing part about it, from our point of view, in this game is that. Nothing to do with injuries, nothing with anything else. I know how it sounds, but we should have won this game. We should, with all the things doing here a little bit better and here a little bit better, and now we have to make, and now it's my job to figure out why we didn't do better in these moments, or what's wrong. So, and it's first and foremost, I think, in a situation like this, it's maybe there's a moment when you just realize, oh, something changed, it's difficult, injuries hitting. But injuries were not at all the problem at United, because the team we could line up was absolutely more than good enough to play a top game. And again, with 70% percentage against a counter-attacking team, it's good, and it shows a problem as well in the same moment. So I'm completely ready for that now. That's maybe not the most important thing, but it's maybe a little bit helpful as well. I want to fight through this, and players come back, stuff like this, and we will get better results, building on that, stuff like this, and go from there. So all the things we achieved in the past are not important in the moment, really not. We don't feel it, we don't rely on it, nothing at all, but it's always new. The new season is different for different reasons, and in 1 out of 4 games we didn't perform at all, that was Fulham, and in other games we did good stuff as well. Not good enough, and not often, or maybe not often enough in the games, but that's it. And now our next chance is Bournemouth, and that's the one I'm really looking forward to. And with all the respect I have for Scott and what Bournemouth is doing, I don't take anything for granted, not at all, but I want to be the one team really nobody wants to play against again immediately, and that's the plan for tomorrow.
So how do you know how, even though they've had a season out?
Yeah, definitely. But if you qualify for the Premier League, you're a Premier League team. So that's how it is. The third newly promoted team is Nottingham Forest, and they have, I'm not sure how many players are still in the team from the team they promoted with. There are different ways to do it as well, obviously. And no, Bournemouth. I think Bournemouth was my first opponent. It was not in the league, but it was in the not the first opponent. It was Tottenham. And then pretty early we played Bournemouth in a League Cup game, and met Eddie Howe the first time, stuff like this. Heard first time really about the club, to be 100% honest. Since then, I know the club pretty well. I like a lot what they are doing. I like the little stadium there, which is nice from an atmosphere point of view, and not so nice from a money point of view for the club, I think. But it's a special place, and it's a special club, and yeah, I respect a lot what they are doing. So they got promoted, and they are a proper Premier League team, of course.